Hey, what's going on? It's Stranger here and welcome to another YouTube music production video. And in today's video, I'm going to be walking you through a new reverb effect that I just got sent by Arturia. So full disclosure here, they did send me a bunch of plugins. However, I do promise I'll only show you plugins that I personally believe in. And I'm totally in love with this reverb. But before we get into it, please like and subscribe. It really helped me keep doing what I'm doing. And if you enjoyed the video, please share it. I'd really appreciate it. So Reverb Intensity is the plugin. It's by Arturia. And it's not just a reverb. It's actually almost like a musical instrument, the way it can modulate and affect sounds. So I'll just play with a bunch of different sounds so you can hear how this reverb sounds over different signals. So I just increase the size here. Play with the feedback. Adjust some of the dry wet. And you notice that the reverb sounds very transparent, very clear. I'll just increase it a little more. It's just a very beautiful sounding reverb. So let's try hearing it over some drums. Again, there's something very transparent and clear about this reverb. It sounds just so sweet and it's very musical. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is we're going to apply the reverb to a single hit so it can really show you all the different parameters and the power of this reverb unit. So I have the single hit here, and then I'm going to pull over Rev Intensity. And the main panel contains all the usual reverb parameters. You have size, which is the expansiveness of the space that your sound is getting reverberated in. So the greater the size, the more expansive this reverb sounds, and then the lower the size, the tighter it sounds, kind of like a bathroom. Then you have distance, which is the proximity to the input source. You have damping, which allows you to dampen some of those high frequencies. You have stereo width, a dry and wet signal. This is the decay, which is the length of the reverb tail. You have a pre-delay, modulation parameters, which will add some chorusing to your effect. So pretty general parameters, but the real power is when you turn on this section here, which allows you to access the more advanced controls to this reverb. And specifically, you have a pre-filter and post-filter. So pre-filter is filtering the input source, and post-filter is filtering the source after the reverb. So this gets really interesting when we increase the size of the reverb and also the decay. So now I'm going to ensure that the filter's on, and then I'm going to turn this filter off for now, and then I'm going to select a low pass 24 here. And then I'm going to adjust the cutoff frequency and resonance and really bring that resonance up. And then I'll bring the dry wet up so we can hear more of that reverb signal. So notice already as we're getting some really interesting, almost musical results. This is great because this allows you to create some really interesting atmospheric sounds. And we can bring the wet all the way up so you can hear just the signal. So essentially you can use these sounds as background sounds for your track. Now you can turn on the post filter. Again, we can increase the resonance. Now this post filter works in conjunction with the soft clip here where you can increase the gain. So what's happening is this post filter signal is being sent into the gain here to allow for some saturation. And then I'm just going to decrease the reverb level. It is getting pretty peaky, so you might want to turn that down. Notice the interesting results we can get simply by increasing the size and then using the filters. Now the feedback parameter allows the post filter signal to send back into the reverb, which allows for some more interesting effects. But as the note says, use it wisely, because if you turn it up too much, you might get some pretty intense effects. Now, one cool feature is there's a freeze button, which allows you to freeze the reverb signal indefinitely. And that allows you to record that signal and use it for example, pads or new sounds such as risers and whatnot. So we can try that. I'm going to create an audio track here and send drum 15 over into the audio track and set it for record. And then I'm going to go back into my drum rack here. And then I'm going to hit record. And I hit the freeze button after the reverb hits. And notice that signal is going indefinitely. And of course, if you want that reverb to stop, then just turn the reverb effect on and off by using this power button. So now you have this pad sound here. And you could simply pull that into your sampler and use it as a musical sound. And finally, we have the envelope follower and function sections. Now, this is a little more advanced, but essentially you can use an input source to modulate different parameters of the reverb. Let's say maybe I have a kick. I can use it as a sidechain to perhaps modulate the size or damping of the reverb. So we can try that and increase the size amount. So now this envelope follower is modulating the size, and I'm gonna click here, source. I'm gonna choose external sidechain. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set the sidechain here to my kick. So click this button and then you'll notice my kick signal here. And now every time the kick hits, it's going to modulate the size of the reverb. And with the function section, you can create kind of an envelope to apply the modulation. So we can choose a number of different patterns here. So I'm going to choose slow rise and adjust that like that. And then I'm going to sync this to the beat. I'm going to use quarter notes. So we're going to modulate the post filter frequency, and then I'm gonna say let's do it like that. So that can allow for some interesting riser type effects. Now if you tie that in with the chorus effect, you can then create some interesting riser type effects. Now, as you can see, the possibilities are almost limitless with this reverb unit. There's so much you can do. And again, it's not just a reverb unit. You can use it pretty much as a musical instrument, and really encourage you guys to try it as that. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments section if you found this of value. And of course, let me know what you'd like to learn in future videos. And if you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and share. And that's it for now. So thanks again for watching, guys, and keep practicing. And I'll see you at the next video.